Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here once again, looking ahead to today's slate for the 16th of March. As normal, since I have been gone, hopefully you guys have all doing a pretty good out there. Yeah, didn't do a video as you saw for a couple days, but we are back at it here today, so definitely looking forward to it. As normal, if you guys do go on to like the video, leave a like, I appreciate it quite a bit, and also hit that sub button as well. Yeah, as normal, we still have our premium going on. We have our regular main slate. We are also bringing back our 150 lineups. We did that earlier in the season. It took about a month and a half off of that, but we are bringing that back. Been testing it quite a bit, and yeah, we have been doing pretty good on the 150 lineup. So we'd love to have you guys for that. Basically, if you don't know what that is, we give you guys a CSV file. And this is going to be for single game. That's what we do. Basically, you guys are going to reserve your 150 lineups into single game and whatever you want. And about 30 minutes before lock, we will send you guys a CSV file. Basically, that CSV file is going to be all the 150 lineups. And all you have to do is edit them and put them onto Excel, put them onto the Fanduel Excel sheet, and save it, and then you're good to go. Most people know how to do that. If you have no idea how to do that, let me know. I have a video for it. It is a lot easier way to make money than doing one lineup. Because, like I said, you got 150 lineups, so you have a lot better chance of winning and making some more money. So, yeah, if you guys are interested in that, let me know. Like I said, it's a little hard to explain it, but once you see a video of it, it's a lot easier. And like I said, come join us for that. That is definitely for the guys that are looking to mass enter, GPP guys that are just looking for a ton of lineups and have a lot better shot of taking down instead of having one lineup. So yeah, would love to have you for that. All you need to do, hit us up on our Twitter for either one for our main or our 150 lineups, and we'll get you guys all set up. So that is mostly it there for the recap and all that stuff. So let's get into it. We have a 7-gamer today. We have quite a bit of injury news to look at as well. So let's get into it. Utah and Boston. Here's our first one. We have a 228 in Utah only by 4. So they're expecting this one to be pretty good. So as normal, Utah is one of the best teams in the league with the 3-point shot, and they are actually one of the best teams in the league defending the 3-point shot as well. So, in Boston, for the most part, they like to take a couple threes with a couple of Tatum and Brown as well. So we'll have to see how this one goes. Honestly, I don't have a ton on that Boston side. Even Utah, I think these guys are going to go very low owned. So if you're looking for tournaments, I think this one could be good. I guess you could be looking at Donovan Mitchell. Had a bad one against Golden State, but yeah, you can look at Mitchell. You can look at Bojan Bogdanovic as well. He's been trash, but like I said, these are GPPs only. I don't really have any of these guys in cash games, and I think most of these guys' ownership will be under 8%. Because I mean, it's not really a game you want to be targeting. Once we get into these other games, you will definitely see why. Rudy's been half decent. The dude had 28 rebounds against Golden State. That's crazy. I don't think he'll do as good here. Boston has a really good interior defense here with Robert Williams. Speaking of Robert Williams, you could take a GPP shot with him. Only bad thing with this dude, he does not play any minutes at all, but he is an absolute monster for sure. So, but he is $6,000, right? So you're not really getting a discount with him, but he is a guy that could go off at any moment. And as normal, Utah does throw against center, so that is a plus. Next, we got Cleveland and Miami. We have a 207 in Miami by 10, so a 207 is not good at all, obviously, here. So Tyler Hero is questionable. Bam Adebayo is going to be playing in this one, so that kind of hurts Kelly Olynyk, right? Kelly was on absolute tear without Bam. Maybe you can take a shot with him again, but I definitely think his usage rate is going to go down with Bam being back for obvious reasons. Kevin Love's questionable. That really doesn't do anything at all. I don't really have anyone in this game. Like I said, you could look at Jimmy, but like I said, it's a 207, right? I mean, I'm not really seeing a ton in this one at all. Philly, and we have the New York Knicks. We have a 218 in Philly by 7 in this one. So let's go check it out over here. All right, so Joel Embiid is still going to be out. Let's go see here how Howard's been doing. He's been doing all right as normal, not playing a ton of minutes. but still could be worth a look. But he is 5,200, so you definitely are going to be paying quite a bit for him. Tony Bradley, he has not really been doing a ton, but you can maybe look at him. Tobias Price has skyrocketed quite a bit. Who's he facing? New York. I don't think this is going to be a crazy fast-paced game. And Mike Scott. So I guess you can look at Howard and Tobias. Their prices aren't really that friendly. So GPP only, just because they don't have a ton of upside, more of a cash game ish play in a way. Like I said, GPP also because they're going to have low ownership. So maybe they could go off, but not feeling it a ton. So maybe have those guys on a one off. I don't have a ton of these Knicks unless Peyton and Rose are out once again. If they are, got to obviously look at Emmanuel quickly. That's the main guy I'm looking at. Maybe RJ, but Philly is one of the best defenses out there. So probably quickly. I think Randall still could do half decent, about 44, 45. But yeah, overall, really not feeling this one. On that New York side, let's go look at the Phillies. We got Ben Simmons coming back. Uh, maybe can look at him. We'll have to see. 26 minutes. Should probably get back to about 30, 32 minutes in this one. But that's basically all that I'm looking at there. So quickly, and maybe a little bit of Ben and maybe Harris. OKC and Chicago, 225, and Chicago by 5. So this is the big one. This is where there are a ton of injuries. Not sure if we'll get any news on them. Hopefully we do throughout the day. But anyway, once again, OKC, they should be shorthanded here. They got Al Horford being out. Basley, once again, he's going to be out. Dort is questionable, same as Mccollum and also Theo Maledon. They're all questionable. So I don't think Mckaylu's going to play. On the 14th, said he was still not with the team, so I'm not expecting him to be playing yet. Like I said, they're trying to get him, into the system and stuff like that. So if he does play, obviously that's going to hurt guys like Ty Jerome. But also, like I said, if Theo Maledon does play, it does hurt Jerome as well. So let's say all those guys are out, Maledon and Dort, who to pick? Well, I think Kendrick Williams could be worth a look again at $3,500. Played pretty good minutes here last time out. This was even with Shai Gilgeous there. So got to give him a little bit of a look. Probably be coming off the bench here. Another guy to look at, I forgot how to say his name, but this guy was an absolute monster for sure. If he does get to start again, got to be looking at him, and he'll be very chalky as well. Roby, man, Roby didn't do bad. He had 21 points, but look at this dude. This dude had 9 turnovers, so he almost had a 30 bomb for sure. Came off the bench. Yeah, you could look at him, but I don't know. Not too much of a fan of him. Moses Brown could be a half decent shot for you. Another guy, 24, 25 points at $4,200. If Dort is out, like I said, you got to be looking at Shai. Shai at 8K is definitely worth a look. His usage rate is going to be skyrocket for sure. Ty Jerome worth a look if Maledon's out. So, like I said, I wouldn't mind taking 2 or 3 of these OKC guys because, like I said, even in a blowout, they're going to have to be playing quite a bit of minutes. On that Chicago side, yeah, they changed it up a little bit. Looks like Satoransky got the start. Not sure if they're going to do that again, but he looked pretty good in the start. So, not too bad. And also Kobe White coming off the bench. Another guy didn't look too bad, 13, 4, and 5. So maybe they keep with that one more game. I would not be surprised if they do that. Also, Wendell Carter, I think, came off the bench. So only played 18 minutes. Patrick Williams looked pretty good at 43. But I don't have a ton. Like I said, Zach LaVine, maybe Satoransky if you start again, but I'm definitely going to be looking at that OKC side for sure. And everybody else will be as well. Another game everyone's going to be stacking for obvious reasons is Atlanta and Houston. We got a 225 in Atlanta by 9. So as normal, Houston is one of the worst defenses in the entire league, and they play pretty quick. And as normal, they get behind by 20, 25 points in the last 5 or 6 games. So they're just running a lot of their young guys out there. Same guys are going to be out. Looks like Christian Wood's going to be out once again. We got John Wall going to be out. We have a couple questionable marks here with Ben McLemore and Daniel House. We'll have to see if those guys don't play. Not sure why, but Fanduel did not price up Kenyon Martin Jr., so he's obviously your free square tonight. He's playing massive minutes, and he gets a lot of blowout run as well. So you got to look at him. Kevin Porter had a bad game, but once again, got to look at him here. If Capella is out, I don't mind looking at Delino Gallinari. He did get the start against Cleveland and looked half decent as well. For 5'6", got to look at him. So if Capella and I'm not going to say this guy's name, I'll mess it up, but if these two guys are out again, a sneaky GPP I think in a one-off is Nathan Knight. This guy came out of nowhere, man. With those two guys being out, play 22 minutes, 16, 9, 2, 2, and 1. I don't think he'll do that again, but, he can still get you 20, 22 fantasy points. And who knows, if this one is a blowout, he could definitely get you guys some blowout run as well. So Nathan Knight, definitely worth a look only if those two guys are out for Atlanta. What else we got going on here? Kevin Huerter looked half decent. He's 5'7", not really in a good spot for him. He could go off, but price-wise, not really looking at it. Let's go look who else has been going off here. Signed a 10-day. He hasn't been playing a ton. Oladipo at 7'7". Got to look at him. Usage rates can be obviously high. Trae Young, your GPP wildcard play. We'll have to see how aggressive he is in this one. I could see him going off. Houston is really, really, really bad, so I don't mind looking at Trae Young. He had a bad one last time. Maybe ownership will go down a little bit. New Orleans and Portland. We have 239 in Portland by 1. So CJ McCollum is officially back. It has been a while since CJ has played. It's been almost about a month and a half, right? Anyway, it was a foot injury. So are they going to push him in this first game? Probably not. Probably play about 15 to 18 minutes here in his first game back, especially with a foot injury, right? They're not going to push this guy for sure. But yeah, CJ's back, so, maybe that helps out Lillard a little bit as well. He's not going to get as many shots in the upcoming days, but, it's going to help him, have someone else to give it to, right? A little bit of help for Lillard. But, still got to look at Lillard. I think, honestly, Young could be a GPP play. I think Young could maybe outscore Lillard. We'll have to see. Lillard's going to get a lot more ownership, but in cash games, got to look at Lillard. Lonzo, another guy, like I said, it's a 239, so you got to look at Lonzo. Most of these guys are all in play. Even Bledsoe could be worth a look at a GPP, even though he's been up and down. Ingram, like I said, a good scorer, just doesn't do enough rebounds and assists, so if he gets that under his belt, he's in a pretty good spot. Let me see here. We got Josh Hart all over the place. Carmelo still could be worth a look. Zion should definitely get some ownership here. We got Covington. Covington's always that wild card play, unfortunately. And then Adams. I wouldn't mind if wouldn't be surprised if Adams got 15 to 16 rebounds here. And doesn't play a ton of minutes. This isn't really. He might be out there a little bit, facing Ennis, but we'll have to see in this one. 5'7". Not really that cheap with his minutes, so I'd just go to Enes Kanter, to be honest with you. That's where I would go there. So as normal, got to pick quite a bit of guys in this one with a 239. Moving on, last but not least, we have the Lakers taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, 223, and the Lakers by 8. All right, so on paper, obviously should be a blowout. I don't mind a couple of these Minnesota guys. Rubio has been half decent as well. Got to look at him. Jalen Knowles been pretty good. Dennis Schroeder had a bad-ish one last night against Golden State, but besides that, I got to be looking at Dennis once again. Edwards at 7K is a little much for me, especially in this matchup. If this one is a blowout, maybe Horton Tucker gets minutes like he did last night. He had 38 fantasy points, so he looked pretty good. Not really feeling LeBron. Like I said, if it's a blowout, dude's only going to play about 27, 28 minutes here. Got to look at Kyle. Coming off the bench once again as normal, but he's looking good at 6,000, so don't mind looking at him. And we got Towns at 9.7, probably a fade for sure. Montrez, hey, look what happens, Coach Vogel, when you actually play this dude more than 14 minutes. He's actually productive. Wow, who would have thought that? Anyway, Harold, like I said, if this dude gets minutes, the dude is an absolute beast. So, and as you see, he's putting up pretty good amount of shots as well coming off the bench here. That's what he does. So, you could look at him for sure. Am I a little worried about blowout? Yeah, for sure. He played, 6 or 7 less minutes against Golden State, with that one being a blowout compared to those 2 other games being close. So I'm a little hesitant here for sure. He might only play 23, 24 minutes. But like I said, if he's pretty productive in those minutes, then yeah, for sure, got to put him in there. So that's what we got going on. Let's go see if I can go, plug in a couple guys for you here. So Lillard Young, like I said, I like Lillard more in a cash game, but I think Young, honestly, is not too bad either here against a really bad Houston team. Kind of the mid-range, we do like Lonzo Ball quite a bit. Dennis Schroeder, got to be looking at him. If Satoransky starts, got to be looking at him. Jalen Knoll, so those are the 3 guys. 2 cheap guys that I'm looking at. All right, what do we got here? Shooting guard. I like Shea, Victor Oladipo. Those 2 main guys. Kevin Huerter, more of a cash game play for you. Quickly for sure. And Ty Jerome if Theo Meledon is out once again. So that's kind of what we got going there. Sorry about that. I don't know why that was up. Over to the small forward. So yeah, let's go plug in a couple people for you. Shea or Oladipo. I'm gonna go Oladipo here. Either one of those guys are fine, but that's where I'm gonna go there. Moving over here, like I said, man, Ingram just, like I said, all he does is really score. He doesn't do anything else. But I mean, have at it, right? 7-7. Don't mind him. If you don't want to go that way, you can go the normal Porter Kenyon Martin combo if you want to go that way, which isn't too bad. Like I said, it's a pretty good matchup for Kevin Porter here in a fast-paced game against Atlanta team. Let's see, power forwards. Let's see what we got for you. Zion, I do like him. Tate could be worth a look. Like I said, not gonna say his name, I'll mess it up. But if he starts, got to look at him as well, which I think he should. But watch the injury news over there. If you don't want to go that way, Kyle's still in a pretty good spot, and then you got Harrell. Like I said, a little worried about his minutes if it is a blowout. If that is what you're worried about, Moses Brown, 23-24. Once again, if he starts. Enes Kanter, probably your safer-ish guy at 6,200. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. Like I said, if you don't want to go Ingram, save some money, go Kevin Porter. Have at it for sure. Like I said, his ownership should be, very high. But, he honestly could do just the same or a little bit better than Ingram. Ingram definitely, if you pick him, you're banking on him getting a couple more rebounds and assists in a 239 total. So, but if you want to go Ingram, Porter, you save $1,700, and that helps you out a little bit more for sure. So, yeah, so as normal, keep an eye on that. A couple of those Houston guys, definitely keep an eye on that OKC news. Those are the two main ones that we're looking at here in this one. So, yeah, that is it. All right, guys, once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like the video, leave a like. I appreciate it. I just said that, but yeah. And then also hit that sub button as well if you guys, want some more NBA Fanduel lineup advice videos. And like I said, we are bringing back the 150 lineups for a single game. We'd love to have you guys come join us for that one. We may also, because the issue what we were having is FanDuel for some reason didn't have enough contests available for a single game, right? For NFL, there was so many contests, but NBA, there isn't as ton as 150 lineup max contest available. So that's kind of why we fizzled out a little bit. But, we might be doing, after hours as well, the 2 gamers, if they have any 150 lineup max places to do that, then that's what we'll do as well. So, but yeah, guys, I'm really looking forward to the 150 lineups coming back. Been, like I said, been doing some stuff with that, and honestly have been looking pretty good for the most part. So last night literally just played. It was only a 5-center, right? Because they don't have any good contests besides the $4, and maxed that one out. Put in $7. Like I said, it was nothing. Put in $7, and we won $85 off that one. So pretty good return, right? If you go put that in the $4, max that sucker out, easily would have won $2,000 to $3,000. So yeah, come join us for that. Like I said, check us out on our Twitter. That will be down there in the comment section below. Click that link, message us. We'll get you guys all set up. So, all right, guys, that's it. Once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you guys a little bit later on.